Hi, I'm Ed Donahue. I'm here today with my good friend Victor Antonio, and we're going to focus some time on that moment of truth. You've pushed your triple option bundle out in front of that customer, and they fall into that spot where they haven't made a decision. They haven't said yes. They're kind of sitting there struggling. What do you think might be going on there?
Well, in the brain, what's happening is they're indecisive, right? They don't know which options to choose, right? They're risk averse. They don't want to risk making a bad decision by not choosing something. But also, it might be more than what they expected to pay.
Okay.
Right? So you got those two dynamics going on. So what you want to do, Ed, in this case is, again, you don't want to make the decision for the customer. You want to turn that sheet of paper around, slide that form over to the customer, and let them decide, and let them take out what they don't want.
That makes a ton of sense, right? So no, don't try to be the decision. It's not your place, right? I mean, we don't own that. It's not our call. Tell me a little bit more about, that whole scenario, about the whole science behind it.
I like what you just said, because if you make the decision, they're not committed. By turning it around, you're letting them make the commitment. Let them decide. So when you turn it around, you slide it over, what they're going to do most likely is you'll say something like this. Turn the form around, slide it back over, and you say, Mr. Customer, why don't you go ahead and take out what you don't want, and then we'll go with that. Now what happens is that mentally, again, let's go back to the brain. The brain feels less pain when it takes things off. Maybe they'll take off one or two things, but they won't take off too many. Why? Because they don't want to risk not having something. See, that's the power of letting them decide.
Gotcha. So that makes a lot of sense, right? So again, kind of reinforces the fact that we should push it all out there rather than just throwing a termite job out there and thinking you're going to come back in 60 days and sell them the insulation. Right? So why not add the mosquito service in there and get it all at once? And then again, like you said, that simple fact of just let them make the decision.
But one more thing you said, Ed, that's also important, I don't want them to miss it, is that, again, you don't want to do this whole stacking on. See, the worst thing you can do to a customer says, you need this, and then after they've made that decision, you say, well, you also might want to add this or add that. Customers feel pain when you do that. It's easier to take things out, which is why you should offer the full package. That's the key.
Terrific. Great advice. So again, let's get on out of here. I'm Ed Donahue here with Victor Antonio, reminding you,
selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.